I got a question for you, man. Would you ever hang out with Mr. Gluttony?
No.
Tell you what, I was forced to kind of be around him for almost a couple of years.
Yep.
And it fucking blew my dicks.
Yep.
And it wasn't good, man.
I'm fighting the urge not to bring up his micro dick again.
Well,
I'm losing. You needed it.
God. It's good that you bring it up because he did have a micro penis. But that probably was not the worst thing about him. Believe it or not.
Okay.
You'd think that would be the most... I mean, it almost drives me insane to remember the image of him needing
like
his tiny wang. Yes, very much Lovecraftian. But that wasn't the worst thing about him. The worst thing about him was kind of his personality. Now, he was a nice enough fella, but he was one of those dudes that just grates on you.
Yeah, annoying.
You just can't be around him for so long, you know? And the moment he finds something to latch onto you for conversation, he's going to do it.
Yeah.
And he's not going to shut up. For me, it was he found out that I like Star Trek. So then he would never fucking shut up about Star Trek. And it wasn't good.
Nope.
Now, we can talk long-winded hours as proven by our videos about anything.
Yeah.
But
there's actually a video out there, you can find it, called Talkin' Trek. That's literally 54 minutes long. Also, I just made that up. I don't know why.
Now people are going to look for it. No, they're not.
Nope.
But the point is...
That's the beauty of our shitty channel. I can say anything. There's a video out there of me whacking my dick.
and eating it.
No one saw that, so it doesn't matter.
No, yeah, man. The guy could talk forever about something. By the way. But he was not interesting.
Yeah. In
any regard.
Nope.
On top of not being a storyteller, his story sucked my dick.
Yep.
Man, they were terrible. Like, I remember sitting there for hours listening to him talk about Star Trek episode after Star Trek episode. And I like Star Trek, but I'm like, dude, there's a limit to this fucking shit right here. But
I don't care what Picard said in this one behind-the-scenes video, dude.
Yeah,
that
nobody but you saw somehow. Yeah, fuck. But the whole point of his rant about Star Trek was that he had to tell me about this time he was in the Star Trek experience. And if you don't know anything about that, they basically take fans onto the sets, or rebuild sets, I should say. And everybody that's not a guest behaves like the characters would in real life. So a Klingon's a Klingon, a Borg's a Borg, etc. Well, the pride of his fucking life was that he engaged in legitimate Borg interchange with a Borg actor guy.
Ooh.
And wait, want to hear what the real pride of the thrust of that story was? Is what that he stumped him with his Borg knowledge.
Oh no.
And I was like, dude, that is
it's not a real
cool.
Borg, you fool.
Yeah, it's just some schmo that had to learn some fucking protocols just to get by.
He wants to kick you in your microwave. Just
damn, man. Anyway, he fucking sucked is what I'm getting at. Good. And he was an attention hog in kind of a sad way.
In addition to being an actual hog.
He was a hog, but also an attention hog, which is just sad. But yeah, it was kind of heartbreaking in a sense because you knew that this guy didn't really have a lot of friends in real life.
Yeah.
But and I know I tried to like, just be nice, but fuck, he was annoying. Anyway, nobody really hung out with the guy as a result of this. In fact, I had a friend that super hated him because he said he gave fat guys bad name, which is true. Old Gluttony was the ultimate, nay, the epitome of a shitty fat guy. But Gluttony was also super greedy with food, hence the name. So greedy, in fact, that he would be all right with asking you for something. Hey guys, I see you got some chips there. Are they the new kind? You think I could have some? Oh, that's fine. But the moment you ask him for something, hey Gluttony, can I have a little soup or something? I got you back on commissary day or whatever. No, sorry. I'm down to my last 5,000. I can't do it. And I'd be like, dude, you have like 10 grillion soups. How the fuck?
Is grillion a measurement?
It's a prison measurement.
This is like the 14th time you've used grillion.
It's a prison measurement? Yeah. It's not, but we'll go with that. Yeah, dude, this guy had so much. Every commissary day he would buy 10 grillion fucking items, man. And he would stuff them in his locker. And
who was sending him money?
I think his mother, if I remember correctly.
Or that makes sense.
Actually, you know what? It was
mother's love is.
It was his grandmother.
Oh, there you go.
His mother didn't like him, so
shit. So that tells you something. I was about to say a mother's love is unbreakable.
Apparently not.
All right.
But no, yeah, man. So every commissary day, he would like fucking hog out and buy a gazillion things and a grillion things, and then immediately he would stuff them in his locker, and whatever was left over, which was a lot that didn't fit, he would cook all together and make a big spread, which is what we call them, you know, spreads. And
we made a spread on this channel. I'll link it in the description.
Yeah, check that video out. And spreads were usually either flat and or you could make them in a bowl to be a little bit more messy, right, and sloppy. And the bowls were, stretch that out. From that side, you dip. Okay. The bowls were about that big.
It's not a good measurement, but okay.
And pretty deep, like maybe half a foot deep. They were big bowls. You could feed 4 people out of a bowl. He would fill it and then just stuff it over the top. So it would be like 2 bowls.
He's got like an egg.
Yeah, he's got like an egg.
Dinosaur egg.
And he would just fill it with shit, and then he would mix in fucking mayo. A whole jar of mayo, dude.
Now we have a history with mayo.
And while he was waiting for his little food, and by little I mean humongous, to cook, he would open a bag of chips and eat it while dipping the chips into a jar of salad dressing.
Oh, no.
And he would finish that, drink about 10,000 sodas, and then he would nosh on his massive bowl of shit. And this was like a weekly thing for him, right? And then on top of that, he would finish the food, the tons of food, the grillion pounds of food, by the time the next commissary came out. In fact, sometimes he would finish it within days. It was bad. Anyway, and like I said, he didn't like to share, right? So one day this dude comes into the dorm, and for some reason they hit it off. And I don't understand why they hit it off, because as I said, he was a weird cat. And this guy was like a older black guy, really quiet, reserved. I don't understand what common ground they had, and I don't know, and I don't want to know, because fuck. But
maybe they both have micro-weens.
Possibly, although he is black, so maybe he didn't have a micro-ween. But Gluttony was not black, and he definitely had one. So I'm just saying, that's kind of weird. But anyway,
all right,
fucking Gluttony and him got along, and Gluttony, shocking to everybody in the dorm, everybody was talking about this.
It was the buzz.
He was like sharing his food with this guy. First it was throwing him a few soups. All right, that's cool, man. Fucking old Glut getting his share on. That's pretty good. But then it became every fucking commissary, he would make a big ass bowl for that guy too. A duplicate, nay, a doppelganger of his own dish. And they would share in noshing. Now, this guy had some severe heart problems and diabetes. Not Gluttony, but the black guy.
Somehow Gluttony didn't.
And somehow Gluttony was like fucking Fabio. I'm assuming Fabio's healthy. I don't know. Maybe he's fucking croaking right now, but I don't know.
He actually just died.
But yeah, man, this guy was really sick.
Why? Hold on. Why Fabio?
I don't know. I mean, look at him.
Okay.
Don't you assume Fabio's fucking healthy?
Yeah, but no one's thought of Fabio in the past 20 years.
I gotta tell you, I had a Fabio conversation a few days ago. And I'm not even kidding.
All right.
That's sad now. But it really the point is, fucking Gluttony would feed this guy, right? Now it got worrisome because this black guy, man, it's really bugging me that I don't remember his name. But anyway, the black guy started going more and more to the medical, and he was having insulin problems.
All right.
So we were like, hey, maybe you should not be eating as much, you know, because clearly there's an issue here. But in prison, when you get the opportunity to eat more, you kind of take it because you get so little to begin with. So this guy just kept eating. And old Gluttony kept on feeding him this garbage food, right? Man, it wasn't even 2 fucking months of this going on. And one day we go to commissary, or rather, I didn't really go to commissary that often, but people go to commissary. Gluttony comes back with this big sack of shit, cooks up his gross ass dish full of fucking mayo, fucking, oh, you know what else he would put in there? Cream cheese, dude.
Oh no.
10 packets of cream cheese, 1 jar of mayo, ramen noodles galore, meat packets, fucking tuna in there. It's just all this horrifying mixture worthy of fucking Cthulhu's nuts. Sucked. But anyway, So he makes one for him and one for his friend, right? Dude, this fucking guy had a heart attack. He had a fucking heart attack.
All right.
And like, I'm not even kidding. Like within fucking like 4 hours after he ate that, he was like sick on his bed, you know, groaning and all this shit. And maybe it started as some sort of stomach illness. Yeah. But eventually, maybe because of the effect it was having on his sugar levels or whatever,
on the body,
he ended up complaining about his left leg hurting, and then his arm went numb. And we're like, dude, you got to go to medical. And anyway, long story short, they ended up ambulancing, fucking helicoptering his ass out of the prison, and he had this fucking massive coronary.
All right.
And Gluttony was all fucking pale and greasier than usual because he knew deep down inside that he had fed into this guy's pseudo demise because he actually made it.
I'm not gonna lie, in my mind, this guy's like dying in like bunk, and Gluttony's just eating his bowl.
Dude, I'm not even joking. Okay, they had already finished the bowl. It was already hours. But when the dude was experiencing the pains in the limbs and shit, Gluttony was on his bunk eating a bag of chips.
What?
And then he would get up every now and then and go, "Hey man, you sure you don't want to go to medical?" And I was like, "It's just really time to be fucking eating in front of his face after you basically killed the man." Now the man, of course, has his own share in the blame. Yeah. But come on, man.
It's disturbing that Gluttony is immune somehow.
Well, check this out. Right before Gluttony left, he started frequenting the medical. And why do I keep calling it the medical? But anyway, he started frequenting medical, and ominous shadows were cast over everything he said, and we're like, what's going on with the old Gluttony here? Well, as it turns out, and he revealed this to us right before he left, apparently he was deathly ill right before he left. So he might be dead now, but we did get news of him for about 6 or 7 months. So he was at least alive for 6 or 7 months afterwards. I have not heard since then, but I didn't keep up with Gluttony. So there's that. But
deathly ill of what?
I don't know. He wouldn't say.
Super AIDS?
No, his micropene wasn't going anywhere. But anyway, that's another Gluttony tale. We have more Gluttony tales and other tales of prison to tell. Till then, hit like, share, subscribe, and those notifications. This has been Ahab. That's the Goon Tick.
Click the like button.
Secretly, he's secretly you just revealed that you're Gluttony.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I actually wasn't gonna say that, but I pretended to die, and then escaped, and that's why I'm wearing the mask. I'm actually Gluttony.
Yep.
Oh,
hey guys,
I suck.
Anyway, we're out.